The New York Times is reporting that during his first term in office, President Trump sent U.S. Commando SEALs into North Korea in what turned out to be a failed mission. So here are the bullet points. U.S. military forces landed in North Korea in 2019. The goal was to plant a super secret device to spy on the North Korean side of the planned Kim-Trump negotiations. The SEALs killed the crew of a small North Korean boat, probably civilians. The Times also reports that George W. Bush in 2005 also sent commandos in a mini sub insertion into North Korea. We don't know much about that one. After the 2019 raid, North Korean military activity in that area where the raid occurred increased. And also after this raid, North Korean missile nuclear belligerence seemed to increase. If the Times reporting is true and accurate, there are several big concerns here. The report clearly shows a failed raid. The spy device was not planted. The SEALs killed some people, likely civilians, and drew North Korean military attention to their activities. While the North Koreans probably knew it was an American action, this report will confirm it. Now that it is public, how will the North Koreans respond? More belligerence? Military action against South Korea? Military action against American troops in South Korea? That's a big one. Possibly more aggressive missile tests. North Korea does have nuclear armed missiles that can reach the United States West Coast. This could be very bad. Kim is a bit unstable, While freedom of the press is important, this article clearly states the sources of this news story are, quote, anonymous, current or former members of the U.S. military and government. Given the highly sensitive nature of our relations with North Korea, remember, the Korean War never officially ended. Could these sources be prosecuted for not just leaking classified information, but possibly for treason? 3 guesses which way President Trump would probably prefer to go on that one. The alleged reason for the sources talking to the New York Times is the only positive SEAL missions that go well, like killing Osama bin Laden, get reported, while failures are hidden away. This is true. That's reasonable, but weighed against the possible damage to national security and the somewhat unstable North Korean leader, who knows what would happen. This probably should not have been revealed. So hopefully Kim bellows a bit, but takes no real action. If I were a betting person, I wouldn't bet on that. I think he's going to go weird, dangerous. I think Pandora's box of trouble has just opened up by the New York Times and their anonymous sources. What do you think? Feel free to comment. I'm sure there'll be more updates on this one as things progress. That's current events for today. Thank you.